Cast your mind back to December 2019. If you're anything like us, life was good. In New Zealand, we were coming into summer and the temperatures were rising, and of course Christmas was just around the corner. Our local economy was doing well, our global and national businesses were doing really well, and people were starting to become more environmentally conscious, which was really good for the type of work that we do. There was something bubbling away that was going to change our lives forever. We started to find out about this thing called COVID-19. Initially, some people thought it was a hoax. A lot of other people didn't take it seriously. For the first 3 months of 2020, I went in and out of the US quite a bit, and I can tell you that people just weren't taking it seriously. And then our world got turned upside down. We watched the infection rates climb and continue to climb rapidly. We watched the death rate rise and continue to rise, and it still does. And we've watched government after government close their borders and then issue lockdown orders to their citizens. Businesses stopped, but of course, if you're anything like us, costs didn't. We all got forced to stay home in our bubbles, and this was a concept we used in New Zealand to explain who you live with, the immediate people that you live with. That's inside your bubble, and that's where you're safe. In our case, it was 6 weeks. In others, it's been much longer, and it continues to be. Some loved it, some absolutely hated it. And if you had a business that was slowly dying on the vine, well, it's fair to say that you weren't overly happy. So during this time of lockdown, me and a mate got talking about how we could apply technology as we come out of lockdown to help make bubbles safer and to help increase productivity back to some sort of new normal. Now, in terms of our businesses, we focus on electric vehicle charging technology. Now, this is technology this is hardware that's deployed in the field. It's monitored and it's managed, and it has to be very reliable, very accurate, and very safe. And we started thinking about how we could apply technology in our experience in this battle against COVID. So the first thing we did, of course, is start learning. We learned about things like the R factor, the rate of transmission of the virus. We learned about rapid contact tracing and how fast that has to be done to be effective. We learned about temperature sensing and thermopiles, and we learned about environmental factors, where the virus can survive and for how long and what types of environments. You know, COVID-19 has been pretty disruptive to all of us, but for me it was very personal. We have an immune compromised young man who's 4 now, but at 3 months old he had open heart surgery. And my wife and I went through hell to get him to this point, and be damned if we were going to lose him to a virus. So we were personally motivated. Paul and I also have global businesses and national businesses, and having borders open safely is important to us to be able to conduct those. And we both have a love of live sport, slightly different sports, but live sports. So we wanted to get that back. We were really motivated to do our bit to help. So what have we done? What have we been working on? Well, I'll give you a bit of a clue. It's over my left shoulder here. Our technology that we've had designed and manufactured, and it's being scaled as we speak, is designed to keep workplaces, businesses, places of worship, schools or sporting events, hell, even homes, provide them with an early threat detection device that can help us in our battle to nobble the virus. So in terms of the hardware part, it has some local software. I'll show you how it works now.
Normal temperature. Please wear a mask.
So this is the Bubble Access Scanner. It is a facial and temperature scanner in one device, and it scans in around a second. It accurately records your temperature against your details, and it does that and stores against time of day, date, all of those good things. And it lets you know if you're okay or you're not. In the case of this device, it can also tell you that you should be wearing a mask. So this has been set up to do that. You can turn that feature off, but it can scan your face with a mask on or not, and obviously scan your temperature with a mask on or with not. You can then be told to go and see your doctor and turned away from the building that you're trying to enter. And what it does is it protects that bubble that you were trying to go into, that space you were going to go into, and everybody within it has less risk now of the virus. So our Bubble Access Scanner gives you peace of mind, and if you're within that bubble, you're at less risk of catching COVID-19 or possibly even the flu. There's a quote that I love at the moment, which is, if you find yourself in a fair fight, then you haven't prepared for the mission properly. Thanks to Colonel David Hackworth for that one. We didn't ask for this fight, but we're arming ourselves up fast in the battle against the virus. In our focus, what we're doing is we're applying technology to what we call bubble border control, or building border control. Dedicated hardware with sophisticated software at key access points that's designed to protect the people inside. It's contactless, it's fast, and it's accurate. There's no forms, there's no queue while people download an app and then try to use that app. You scan your face and you're either in or you're out, and that's the difference. Contact tracing is really good if it's done fast, but it can be a bit of an ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. Without any proper detection, somebody with the virus can still get into your space. So it won't effectively stop a lockdown, and that lockdown could be your workplace, your business, it could be your school, it could be your place of worship, it could even be your community, because lockdowns, as blunt an instrument as they are, they work, and New Zealand is case in point for exactly that argument. Now, while lockdowns can be very effective, here's the rub. The estimated cost of COVID-19 to date is anywhere between 2 and 4.3 trillion US dollars and counting. And that's not even taking into account the social costs. So we have the hardware, and we've scaled this now that we can produce up to 25,000 units a week. Our big push now is the software. We have a local version of the software which controls these devices, which is awesome, but it needs to be smarter. So that's where we're focusing our energy. There's 3 big crunchy areas that we're focusing on: security, privacy, and speed. These are crunchy, and we're moving fast. But the good news is the hardware and the local software is available today. Go and check out our socials and have a look at bubbleaccess.com. Now, if you're a Kiwi, you're naturally cynical, so you're probably saying to yourself, is this is too good to be true, right? What are the catches and what are the holes? Well, this solution is great, but it's not perfect. And if anyone tells you that there is a COVID-19 solution that is perfect, well, quite frankly, they're lying to you. We can pick up symptomatic people today, but the big challenge is pre-symptomatic people. Now, these are people that have the virus, but they aren't showing yet. So this is great for capturing information locally, and it's great for privacy because it's all stored locally, but you still have to have a human who intervenes and sends that information on the health of the virus. So it's not good enough for us to stop here, and that's why we're focusing on software. Software that's fast, software that's automatic, and software that's a two-way street. So we want to battle against the risk of pre-symptomatic people entering spaces as well. So we're designing the software so that it can be pushed from health authorities to devices. So you imagine that someone goes into their doctor, they test positive for COVID, contact tracing is undertaken, and then a number of people are identified as either possible or probable cases. Health authorities could then push that information to your scanner to say, you know, if Dave or Amy innocently turn up at your business, your place of worship, your event, even though they're not representing any symptoms, they can also be stopped at the door. The best news about that is we've designed this first generation scanner, so you'll be able to take advantage of those future features that we're building out with the software. We're going to be coming out in the next few days with new ways that you can get involved directly with what we're doing at Bubble Access and our battle against the vid. We'd love for you to get involved, and we'll let you know details of that. So watch this space. Our goal is to support you in your battle to get your business, your place of worship, your sporting event, your school, whatever it is, back to our new normal as safely and as productively as possible. That's why speed, accuracy, and reliability are built into the foundation of what we're putting together at Bubble Access. Thanks for your time, and if you like what you've seen, reach out to us today.
Normal temperature.